It is 7:39 Thursday morning. Welcome back. Time for some fresh fun with Newbo. On Thursdays, we always focus on a vendor from the Newbo City Market, and they talk about what their particular specialty is. This morning, we have got Jerry Gillon. I was so close. I just read. Okay, Jerry Gillon, thanks so much for being here. Betty and Bobo's Better Breads. Love the name. You said it's actually your mother and her brother?
Correct.
That is such a cute name. Okay, so you guys are at Newbo City Market, and your specialty is bread. Let's talk about the bread that you get from a store that's on the shelves. What is in there? Why it's worse for you than the breads that you can get from you?
There has to be a lot of preservatives in it to maintain shelf life and to keep it soft. People like soft bread in many instances, and so they have to put those in order to make it from the production bakery to the shelf, stay on the shelf to make it home to be eaten.
So does your homemade bread, because this is kind of, it's got a firm touch to it. But that's okay. That's what bread is supposed to be like, right?
The density of the bread depends on what you're trying to make. This bread is going to be harder than that bread.
Okay.
A sandwich bread is going to be softer.
Okay.
So we make three kinds of breads. We make sourdough bread, we make baguette type bread with a pre-fermented dough, it's called, and then we make the regular sandwich dough that people are used to making at home. And it's easy to make bread. The problem at home is that it takes time.
Right.
And nobody has the full length of time because it is anywhere from 3 to 5 hours for the whole process. But you can speed that up by using a bread machine to mix the dough.
Okay. So in here, you said that you've got, is this wheat flour?
This is hard wheat flour, hard red wheat.
Now,
and
I thought there was honey in there, but you said, I thought it were eggs, but you said it's honey.
No, we don't use any dairy products. There's no eggs, no milk in any of our breads.
Really?
Yeah, it's just oil, water, flour, and either honey or molasses or agave, depending on what we're trying to make.
So you can see how much I cook that I'm completely stunned by that.
Yeah.
And what is this?
These are the berries. These are the berries that this wheat came from, and we grind the wheat. We grind these to turn them into flour before we make them.
Now you mix the flour, the honey, and whatever your other ingredients, and then it turns out into this.
And this turns into this.
Okay.
And so the thing with making bread is that if you look at a recipe, it's good to use a recipe that's in grams, because in grams it's easier to change the recipe. So if you're interested in learning, you look for recipes that are in grams and that use what's called baker's percentages. So this is 500 grams of flour. You want about 70% water, so that's 350 grams. You want 10% oil, 10% honey, and so you know how much of everything to put in just by the percentages and by the weight in grams rather than cups. And so then you end up with a glob of dough like this. And the dough is easy to work with. My other job, I'm a physical therapist. It's my original job, which I still do, but it involves kneading, manipulating, massaging.
And your purpose of doing that is to get the air bubbles out?
Yeah, this is to get the air bubbles out and to actually shape it. So this bread is the French bread, and so it's just a matter of rolling it into the shape that you want, and then many times you'll score it to cause it to end up looking like this with cuts, which helps it to expand.
All right, we got about 30 seconds left. How long does it take to get from this to that?
An hour and a half.
Too long.
Yeah, right.
Where can we get the bread from you?
Yeah, so at the Newbo Market, we're open the market days, Thursday through Sunday.
Okay.
And we usually have all our bread out when the market opens.
Okay.
So we have somebody starting to bake at 3, 4, or 5 in the morning, depending on the day.
Betty and Bobo's Better Bread.
Correct.
Love it.
Thank
you so much for being
you.
here. I appreciate the lesson. I don't think I'm going to ever make any bread, so I will be there to buy it from you.